All right. Shalom. Kol halal. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Ba'ashem. Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom and salute to the hopeful elect. Now, this is going to be a quick video. I was watching a brother, Karatzabar, the elder, at the Baltimore camp. You know, he did an excellent video. It's called The Mindset of DJ Academics, an example of no respect of them before you. And that's an excellent point, because what he did was he took that example, how these young guys out in the world have no respect for the elder ones that came before them and laid down the foundation so that they would be able to strive and survive and make all this money, you know. And if it wasn't for them, you know, where'd they be at, you know? And you know, that's why you're supposed to show some type of respect, you know. And I was also listening to Elder Apostle Gabar video. He did an excellent video on that, and he brought out the point that respect means meaning to look back, you know. And a lot of this young generation is destroyed, but you know, we still got guys out there that's willing to learn and maybe of the hopeful elect. That's why we still do these videos and teach, you know. But it's a type of respect that you should have to the elder ones, regardless, you know. And that's how I was brought up, you know. You know, now these days, a lot of that you don't even see no more, you know. Showing older folks respect, you know. You go you know, just out in the world general, it used to be in the atmosphere. Now, you know, we closer to the end. The scriptures say that men shall be lovers of themselves, you know. Well, matter of fact, let's go into it. I'm gonna go into it. All right, I got Matthews 24 and I'll say 12. Matthews 24 and 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound," this going to the last days. Yahweh Shah was talking about the last days. It says, "And because iniquity means sin," it says, "shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And a lot of these people out here are cold. They don't have any feelings or anything. A lot of this young generation are gone off of pills and all types of drugs, which the generation before was going through that as well. So it's just a deterioration situation, you know. The Lord said, talk about a degenerate plant, you know. How did at first we were a beautiful nation, but then we turned into a degenerate. You know, you see a lot of degenerates going around, and that spirit has leaked in the truth. As you can see, a lot of these guys, they drop out because they don't have any respect for the elders, you know, and elders before them. You know, you got these guys going around disrespecting, you know, the elders. And then you got some guys talking about, you know, bringing up the older elders, the elders before the elders, and so on and so on. But if it wasn't for them, you know, they open their mouth to speak against them. But if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't even have this truth to begin with. So you gotta. That alone, you should have some sort of respect, you know? And and another thing I wanted to add on to, this is this situation is nothing new, because this is one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a scripture. This is I got. Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And we know this is one of Satan's devices as well, to turn the young against the old, the men against the women, because you got a lot of wars amongst Israel, and out in the world as well. But you could apply that in the truth as well. How the younger guys are not having respect for the elders. You can that was a good example how the elder made this video, and so that goes into the Willie Lynch letter as well, and I'm gonna pull it up in just a second. Yep, this is a part of the Willie Lynch letter. I had looked it up, and I remember this part. That part stuck with me when I read it some years back. And this is one of Esau's devices to keep us separated. I'm gonna go on this. See on this part. It says the black slave, which we are Israelites. It says, after receiving this indoctrination, and this is the middle part of it, or towards the end, as you can see. I believe it starts right here. It says, full text of the alleged Willie Lynch speech, 1712. So, we in 2022? So that goes back 1712. That's about 300 years. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to just go into one part where it says this. One of the end parts, it says, the black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black males versus the young black males. You see that? So that's in the Willie Lynch. So that's one of Satan's devices and they do this, and I'm gonna just go to the hip hop world a little bit, talking about that situation. Because you could apply certain things, to what you're going through, and that's what the elder did. See, in the hip hop world, the ones that came before, you got the pioneers, the LL Cool J's, the MC Shan, what's a few? I'm trying to think of a couple. What's my dude? KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. I could keep on going, but you got those that came before, right? So they might not be making the amount of money that the younger guys are making, like a DJ Academic or whatever. And he don't even rap. I don't believe he's even a DJ. He just get on YouTube and make videos and get paid like that. But if it wasn't for them laying down a foundation for you to excel in that genre, if I'm saying it right, then you wouldn't even have a career or whatever you making money off of you doing. So Esau, what he does is them small hats come in there and they give these jakes them deals, and they know that'll fuel things. Esau, he got plenty of devices, but we are not with that scripture. Say 2 Corinthians. Hold on, let me get it. 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we look deep into matters, starting with the elders and apostles on down. We look these things over, And we learn from our elders, and our elders learn from the elders and the elders. So you should have a respect, but it's not that no more, because a lot of these guys, Esau, see, that's another device that Esau came in on. He was able to separate the families around the 60s, coming into the late 60s, well, rather early 60s, late 60s, offering the black woman welfare and things like that, and offering jobs, giving them top jobs over the man, and that's going to create conflict within the family, and that's a whole completely role reverse, giving these women, because back in the day, I'm thinking, all right, let's go back to about the 90s. I had got my license, I'll say the late 90s, and I was about around, I think I was about 18 or something like that, late 90s, 20, going into my 20s. And I had first got my license. This is in the late 90s. And it wasn't a thing where as though you would look around and see a lot of women driving, especially, going into high school and all that. You rarely saw, they had, women had cars and all that, but not like today, now these days, and if a female did have a chick did have a car, it wasn't, most of the time, it wasn't the top model, like the brand new luxury car, the foreigners. But now these days you look around, it's the women that's driving. And Jake, he's the one that's in the passenger side, walking, catching a bus. He's the one that's in the passenger side, and Esau was able to completely turn that around, because back in the day, it was if the female was driving, she was, oh, that's her nigga car. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing people said. Oh yeah, she driving her nigga car. And 9 out of 10, it was a nigga car, or her boyfriend car, or whatever, husband car. And if she did have a car, she came from a wealthy family or whatever. So, but you rarely saw it. But now these days, you see all these Eves driving, and they drive at the top of the line cars too. But where that come from? Esau giving these women these deals, these jobs, uplifting, what's that, the queen of heaven spirit, and putting that on you Jakes. You see, and he managed to do that. And you Jakes, a lot of you Jakes fell right into the trap. A lot of you Jakes are promoting it. Esau just threw it out there, and you riding along with it. So that's one of Satan's devices, is to separate the younger Jakes from the older, and that spirit spilled in, to the truth, and that's a spirit that has to be eliminated, and how is it going to be eliminated? Through these videos, through teaching, constantly teaching, because it's still a respect even to the Jakes that's out in the world, because that's how I grew up. I still show, it's still a respect that you gotta show Jake, that don't, because we might, us in the truth, younger brother, I'm getting close to, getting elder, close, getting up there. Let's just say that. I'm not so much young anymore, but it's still a respect that you show the elder brothers, the elder, even out in the world, So I hope this video was edifying. I hope I went over a couple things that the brothers needed or whatever. Till again, shalom, brothers.